Hey, how's it going everyone? Today we're back with another tips and tricks video, and in this one we are going to be going over the fundamentals of box fighting. I will be covering the things you absolutely need to implement in your fights in order to become a better player. Also, if you enjoy videos like these, consider hitting the like button because it would make my day. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So the first fundamental of box fighting is knowing what your objective is, and that is to kill your opponent as quickly and efficiently as possible. Unfortunately, this aspect is often forgotten in box fights, especially in creative. A lot of people, including me, will sometimes go for a clip or overbuild an edit for a cool kill. This will often actually end up getting you killed since you might go for a risky or exposed edit. And the way to get over this is pretty simple, which involves you changing your mindset. Your sole focus when you get into a fight needs to be killing your opponent. So even if you end up doing really simple edits and builds, that's a better outcome than trying to look cool but dying in the process. A good map to help practice this is Jiven's practice map. When you load in, pick up a gun and walk into rapid piece control. This gives you good practice because it punishes you for making an exposed edit. And this all leads into the next fundamental, which is limiting 50-50s. Now you might be confused as to what I mean by that phrase, so I'll give an explanation. A 50-50 is when you and your opponent have an equal opportunity to hit each other, and whether you win the fight is based solely on whether you hit more shots than him. And taking a 50-50 is a risk because even pros will occasionally miss shots. This is why it's better to avoid taking them. So the way we do this is by making smart edits that hide you but allows you to hit them. Some of the edits you can do are a window edit, a top corner edit, and a bottom one behind a wall. And there's even more, but those are the main ones you'll use. So we're gonna take a look at some examples of me using those edits. So in the first one, the players accidentally cone themselves, and so I take advantage of this by first being safe and going behind a window edit, shooting out their cone and replacing it with mine. Then I edit the cone towards me, shoot them, and quickly duck behind the wall. Then they start swinging their pickaxe, so I make a bottom edit and finish the kill. So in this next clip, my opponent straight up runs into my box and sprays me, cracking me and getting me down to 1 HP. I managed to flip them up in my cone while backing up, and when they spray the cone out, I crack them and quickly reset. And from there, I make a very safe top edit and get the kill. I was able to get that kill while being on 1 HP by making smart plays and smart edits. Now if you want to practice this, again, you can load into Jiven's map. There's also edit, aim, and peace, and plenty of other good ones out there that'll help you practice. Now the third fundamental involves being able to predict your opponent. A big part of box fighting involves knowing how the person you're fighting will react and how to counter it. Now this aspect of the game is very difficult to learn, especially for newer players, and it takes even longer for it to become muscle memory. So what I recommend for new players and even players who can somewhat do it is to do things slowly and even pause at some points if you're unsure what to do next. Here's an example of me doing it in a box fight match. So in this clip, I'm able to predict where he's running, so I just make a simple window edit, place a cone and a wall to block him, then I crack him and quickly reset, and from here I start spraying him and get him down to 1 HP, and then he actually makes an edit on me and I'm able to get the kill. Now if you want maps to practice this on, I recommend Realistics. The one I usually play is Speed Realistics by Ken Beans. Now we're on to the last fundamental, which is having good crosshair placement. What I'm talking about is making sure the crosshair of your screen is always facing upwards so that whenever you shoot your opponent, you won't have to move your crosshair that much. This means there's less of a chance that you'll miss. One of the best ways to get better crosshair placement is by turning off confirm edit on release. Now you might think that's stupid and it'll make you edit slower, but no, if you practice enough, your edits will become faster. But the main reason for turning it off is because when it's off, you're able to drag your crosshair where the player is when you're doing an edit, and then once you confirm the edit, you'll have a much higher chance of hitting the player. This is something you can't do when it's on. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and if you like this type of content, consider subscribing if you want to see more of this in the future. So I know I'm late to this, but thank you everyone for 500 subscribers. Y'all are the reason I do these videos, and I would love to continue doing this for as long as I possibly can. But anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video.